Let me share some words of reflection with you. Let me start from saying that it's quite obvious that caring for the safety of children is something that is our duty, our responsibility, a necessity, a challenge, and what we live for, truly speaking, from a broad perspective, a very broad perspective. I hope that care will accompany us always, but its forms are going to change, and the areas of threats that children are exposed to. It used to be some toys in the backyards, or for example the Black Volga, if you can go back that far in memory. You must remember the fake news. Today the reality is mixed with virtual reality. That is why it's so important to communicate, it's so important to research the phenomenon, and it's so important to warn against threats. Threats and phenomena that we have to come to terms with, because in certain circles, people tend to think that it will be safest when we turn off the internet. Well, perhaps you can as well. However, if you'd like the internet to become a tool that favors development, we need to tackle the threats, and thank you very much for taking care of that. It is an immense challenge, and we face it discussing the general structure of the national Polish network that will make internet a commonality in schools. So we will have to practically deal and decide how the internet should be available in schools, in what way we should provide its security, to what extent the operator will be responsible for the security in the network, to what extent we need to strike a balance between privacy and safeguarding the security of the network and making it not generate additional threats. Of course, there are always people on the other side of the cable, so the network does not generate threats by itself. There are many major topics that are going to be discussed here. I'm very happy that you have invited me, but I'm very sorry I will not be able to stay for the whole of the conference. That is the fate of a minister. But the reflections and the positions you're going to develop will be later developed, for example, in the functioning of our national operator, or in the future actions of the ministry run together with NASK, that is the information campaign on the security in the internet, security online, as part of the educational and informational campaign that we will be running. I would like to encourage you to take part in those campaigns as well. Thank you very much once more, and I do hope that as administration, we will be ready to make use of the conclusions you develop here. Thank you very much.